welcome back to another thrilling episode of Lumberjack Barbecue. What we're going to do today is a little out of the norm for me. I'm usually into the barbecue, but I was able to get a hold of some clams, and I'm doing a New England Clam Boil. I got the recipe from tastingtable.com, and it's a Portuguese New England Clam Boil. And I looked at a bunch of others, but I'm loosely basing it on what I've seen. It seems like I have all the ingredients here. So we have 5 dozen steamer clams. We have different spices and whatnot: clam juice, peppercorn, Old Bay seasoning, olive oil, sea salt, crushed red pepper, chicken broth. You got 2 onions, 10 potatoes, 2 lemons, some parsley, 5 ears of corn. We have our bag of deveined shrimp. This was in the frozen section. And we have 2 packages of smoked sausage. Alright, welcome back. So what I did was the clams you saw were about that size. So I tried to size everything else up around that size. And we're pretty close on everything. The potatoes, I picked out ones that were mostly small. There's one here that's a little bit bigger. They were washed and brushed clean. The corn, of course, same thing. Husk it to get all the silk off. These 2 lemons I'm taking out with me with the cutting board. Onions. So we're going to take this out there, and you can follow us out, and we'll show you what's going on out there. Alright, we're outside. Thanks for following me out here. So what we're going to do is down in this pan, which I just put on, so it's going to take a little while to get warmed up. We're going to put some olive oil. I guess that was about 2 or 3 tablespoons. And I think what we'll do is we'll throw these onions in. Let them get going a little bit. I can kind of hear some sizzling off them already. That makes me happy, because I wasn't sure if this fire is going to be hot enough to boil. Get that all worked around. We're just going to let that go for a little bit, let them soften up, and we'll bring it right back. Okay, onions about 2-3 minutes. Guess what? They're going to get cooked enough when they get in the boil and whatnot. But I just got it started to get a little bit of brown here and there, just a very tiny bit of coloring. Broke the onions apart a little bit. These are perfect sized chunks in my opinion. So I think the next thing I'm going to do is take a little bit of my thyme. They said about 4 sprigs. Well, I don't know how many that is, but there you go. There's some thyme in there. Crushed red pepper. Sea salt. Good liberal. My father-in-law really loves salt, so we're going to get really liberal with this. Peppercorns. There we go. Maybe just a touch more olive oil. Gonna give it a little stir. This is Lumberjack way. It may not be your way. It may not be the way you saw it. We're trying something. Get some of those aromatics going. There we go. All right. We'll let that go for a couple minutes, and then we'll come back and we'll start adding some of the liquids as well as potatoes, and get this thing started. All right, so I'm thinking I'm ready. The onions are taking on some of the color of the red pepper flakes, and the thyme is very wilted. This is probably about 2 or 3 minutes here, and looks like we've got some good flavors going on down in there. Time to throw in the potatoes. What's that? 8, 10. Just like I said. 10 potatoes, 2 potatoes, 3 potatoes, 1 potato, 2 potatoes. And get them mixed around in there. And then I think we're going to go in with our chicken stock, or chicken broth. And there we go. That'll help deglaze the pan if there's anything stuck to the bottom. We got Old German, Union Made beer right here, Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Well, I'm not in Pittsburgh, but in Pennsylvania. So this is my beer. My father-in-law will not be angry. 4 cans. They're 12-ounce cans. After the beer, I'm gonna get some of that clam juice in there. And there's the clam juice. That's, let's see, 8 fluid ounces. And we got some Old Bay seasoning. You might ask, how much are you going to put in, Tom? Well, about that much, which is 2 ounces. And then we got some lemon here. We're going to cut up this lemon. Squeeze them off and drop them in. Get a couple seeds in there, who cares? You don't have to eat them. Take our slotted spoon, give it a little mix. Everything moved around. Cover it. Should take about 20 minutes for the potatoes to get close to done. We'll come back out like maybe 10-15 minutes, check on them, and then if we're satisfied with that, we're going to go in with the corn then. Alright, to be truthful with you, this is way longer than it should have been. What ended up happening is that the charcoal that I had in there originally kind of burnt down. I think when I added the beer, it stalled on me. But we got some good burling now, as JV would say. So we got our potatoes, which the spoon is pushing through, and all the rest of the onions and the lemons, they're going good. And I think I said I was going to put the corn in, let that go for a while, and then the sausage. I'm going to try just putting the corn in and the sausage. And then let that go for probably 10, 15, 20 minutes. See what goes on. And that's what's going on here. I have to tell you, if you're here to smell it, it smells delicious. Now, Mrs. Lumberjack did say that she felt like I put too much Old Bay in here. I'm thinking I might have to put a couple more beers in here. But maybe not. Look at that. And then the clams will go on top. That way they're not boiling, they're steaming. Then on top of that is the shrimp, as well as that parsley roughly chopped over top of this. We're getting there, folks. Stick around. We'll see you soon. Alright, welcome back. So, the problem is that this charcoal, although it's relatively hot for like barbecue, it's no longer hot enough to do our boil here. So we went to this vintage model right here. This is an old camp stove. Sears and Roebuck is on it. Probably the manufacturer had a different name, but Sears and Roebuck asked them to make this for them. I'm sorry, yeah, make this for them, put their name on it. So it's kerosene. Look at this old bottle here. And then there's piping that runs down underneath, goes to the kerosene burners, and this thing is just bubbling away. We finally figured it out. It took us forever to figure this out. This is my new camp stove that my father-in-law gave me. So in here, we got some bubbling going on. Oh, look at that flame. Look at that flame. Our clams are rinsed. There's sand at the bottom, so we're not going to dump them in. We're just going to put them in by hand. We'll stick them on top, do a little steaming. Shortly after this, probably 10 or 15 minutes, we're going to put the shrimp in, and we're going to call this baby done. So there's 5 dozen clams going in. Get the steaming. We'll wait till they start opening, and then we'll throw the shrimp in. we got some parsley that we're going to chop up roughly, throw that on top, and we're going to have some dinner. Now, I heard from my wife, Mrs. Lumberjack, that they ordered pizza.
I'm just kidding.
Oh. She's walking home. Nah, she'll never walk home. She might jog. She is a heck of a runner, let me tell you. This is going to be a new cooker here on the Lumberjack Barbecue channel. This is awesome. Absolutely awesome. So, we'll give it about 10-15 minutes, hopefully. And we'll check it back out. We'll bring you back and see what's going on. Little shrimp action going. And that'll be that. Other than that, we'll see. So this is the first time. It's been quite a long day. A lot of different opportunities to do this, that, and the other. Charcoal's burned out. We got this camp stove going by Sears and Roebuck. We're going to pull off this lid. We have the clams in there. They're starting to open. And so we're thinking this is the appropriate time to put the shrimp on. Now they are frozen, but they ain't going to take long to cook up. So, jeez, mother, what the? Oh wait, let me get my knife. Okay, we had some technical difficulties, but because of my Zippo knife here, we're good now.
Say technical difficulties again.
Technical difficulties.
Real fast.
Technical. So there we go. We got plenty of steaming going on this Sears and Roebuck camp stove. Excellent job. It's taken us way longer than we thought it should have because we went from charcoal to the kerosene. What are you looking at?
Horsey. I think I'm out of focus here.
Alright, so we'll bring you back in a little bit. Bye. Alright. It's a little bit longer just because the charcoal was slow. This kerosene dealia from Sears and Roebuck was a little slow. But I'm telling you what, it smells awesome. The clams are open. The shrimp are all cooked. It's time to eat. I hope you have smell-o-vision because it does smell awesome here. Thanks a lot for watching. We'll do a taste test soon. See you then. Peace. Here it is. It's my first time, so it lasted a little longer than it should have. But it looks really good. The potatoes are disintegrated. But the kibasi, the clams, the corn, the shrimp are all here. If you look at this bowl right here, that's a good looking bowl right there. So I'm going to take a little taste test and see what I think about it. Not bad. I didn't make it super hot because I have my kid and my wife here and my mother-in-law. Try some kibasi. That is really hot temperature-wise, but very delicious. Try some of this corn. Oh man, I'm gonna burn my mouth. It just came out. You can see the steam. Holy mackerel. Very good. Now I'll try a clam. Just pick it out with my fingers. Delicious. First time, not bad. Potatoes disintegrated, but we're going to eat tonight. Thank you very much for watching, and we'll see you next time here on Lumberjack Barbecue. We're out.